Hi there, this is Ultra Ronin from Solid Ronin Films, and welcome to a special video because I've just found Letterboxd stats from my collection, which apparently is a new thing, but I just discovered it. I mean, a good thing about this video is I don't have to show my face, so that saves me on all that money I spend in makeup and lighting and special effects to make me look like a human. But this is an amazing thing that I've found. Well, it seems amazing to me, but it might not be to you. But so this is my film collection. And as you can see, I've got 4,957 films. Now this isn't all on bought Blu-ray or 4K. Some of them I've had on disc, illegally recorded on VHS. From years ago. A lot of them are also shorts. It's that thing of, do you include shorts? Do you not include short films? How short do you include? Is a 5-minute short film the same as a 32-minute short film? Do you just include everything on all the bonus discs or not? So I still haven't decided. So that's not necessarily 4,957 feature films. It totals 8,337.5 hours. So I seem to have 2,125 directors from 83 countries and 40 languages. Scrolling down, this gives you year by year, just in a quick look, which is pretty amazing. And then you've got decades. I mean, this is mind-boggling for the simpleton. So my top year is 1971 with 124 films, and this is obviously just a selection of them. 72, 73, 70, 1968, and then you get genres, countries and languages. So as you can see, not surprisingly, because I'm from Scotland, I do have a majority of films are in English. Second is Japan, and this also gives you the number of films. Okay, it's a bit of a disparity, 2,820 in English language to 586 in Japanese, 320 in French, but obviously Italy's catching up with my Pitre and Monicelli and Petrangeli. I've even got 102 of no spoken language, which is obviously silent films. It does do genres as well, but as we know, genres are a complicated thing to work out. Yes, it'll upset Bulgarian troglodyte, but I do seem to have 2,134 films from the USA, and the UK seems to be second, and Japan, I find that surprising. I've got 817, but again, it's probably shorts that I've added up. So Japan's not actually in second place, which is a disgrace. Obviously France, but Italy, as I said, is kind of catching up. I've only got 94 from South Korea. That's a disgrace. Now again, we've got themes and nano genres, but again, this is bizarre, to be honest. Crude humour and satire. I seem to have 282 films of crude humour and satire. Gags, jokes and slapstick humour, 262. Scary, murder, psychotic, 41. Weird, disturbing, intriguing, 49. Fighting, cool, killing, 67. Killer Italy, 1970s, 57. Scary, tense, cliche, 73 of those apparently. But here's the breakdown. I'm now up to 91% watched. I was struggling not that long ago with 85 and 86% watched in my collection, but I'm now up to 91. I'm actually quite proud of that. Granted, I've still got about 400 films to watch, but again, some of them might be short, they're not really short. And I've obviously rated all the ones I've watched. I don't really do reviews. I do have some in a watch list that I started, but then I gave up because I had too many to watch. But this is where it gets really fascinating. This is cast, so this is the number of films I have by actor, and a shocking number one's Christopher Lee with 57 films. Not surprising that Christopher Walken would be up there at 52, but then Peter Cushing's in third. I'm sure Christopher Lee would be happy that he'd be beating Peter Cushing at 46, and Vincent Price, ladies and gentlemen. And then the top Japanese actor is Nakadai Tatsuya with 38. You'll see this is actually quite Japan heavy, surprisingly, not surprisingly. Murata Hideo, 37. Tanaka Kuni, 37. I'm sure these guys will be familiar faces to you. Tilda Swinton is the top lady, 34 films. Boris Karloff at 33. Tono Jiro, 33. Mifune and Shimura tied at 32. They kind of are bonded together, aren't they? Katsuo Shintaro, obviously Zatoichi. Date Saburo, another familiar face. I don't remember the name. De Niro, for all his flaws in the last 20 years, still got 30 films of his. Sonny Chiba, 29. Willem Dafoe with only 29. What a disgrace. Nishimura Ko, 28. Michael Caine with 27, which is surprisingly high. George Sanders, 27. Sato Kai, 27. Tamba Tetsuro, 27. Burt Lancaster, 26. Max von Sydow with only 25, which seems a bit low. Woody Allen, 25. Kaneko Nobu, another familiar face, 25. Osogi Ren, sadly no longer with us, at 25. Ryo Chikso, I haven't watched all the ones he's in. Hanamura Jun, Oliver Reed, 24. Terajima Susumu, I do love Terajima Susumu, 24. Wakayama Tomasaburo, 24. Suda Kanji, a bit more modern, 24. Kitano, only 23. Keitel, 23. Donald Pleasance, 23. Harry Dean Stanton, 23. This is obviously because people can't read and anything like that. Klaus Kinski, again, familiar faces. Ishibashi Renji. You actually see him in some of Suzuki's 60s films, and even though he's more familiar when he was older and did lots of Takashi Miike films. Michael Ripper from the good old Hammer days, 22 Michael Ripper films. Steve Buscemi. As you can see, it is a bit Winkle heavy, with only Tilda Swinton up there in the top. Dominic Zardi, probably because of all the Claude Chabrol films, and he's in most Claude Chabrol films, but they've got Marlene Dietrich at 21. Jimmy Stewart, 21. Again, Henri Attal and Dominic Zardi are both Chabrol, so they're pretty much in all the Chabrol films, or quite a lot of them. Machida Isao. Lee Van Cleef with 20. Bill Murray, even though I'm a huge Bill Murray fan, but he's got 20. Tadanobu Asano, surprisingly low at 20. Orson Welles, surprisingly low at 20. John Hurt, 20. Carl Lombard at 20. Obviously there's a new Carl Lombard film. Well, there's a new Carl Lombard film to Blu-ray coming out in Indicator in January, February, so that'll be 21. Ray Milland, 19. Some Hong Kong representation with 19. Donald Sutherland. Gunnar Bjornstrand with only 19. And what you can do, you can actually click on the actor and it actually tells you which ones you've seen, because I've still to re-watch a lot of Bergman, but I've got 63% of Bjorn Gornström's films. This just blew me away when I discovered it. Where are we? Won't go through all of them. Robert Mitchum with only 19, surprisingly low. Jean Moreau with 18. Hannah Shigala, obviously Fassbinder that I need to watch. Henry Fonda with only 18. Bogart with 18. Cynthia Rothrock. Cynthia Rothrock seems to be in the same company as Henry Fonda, Erland Josephson and Humphrey Bogart, and Dennis Hopper. This is a fascinating look into my mind. Again, very Japanese heavy. Lemon and Matthau, again, inseparable at 17 films each. John Turturro. Volonte at 17. Obviously, in the past, I don't know, 2-3 years, Volonte's rocketed. Sean Connery, who I'm not a huge fan of, at 17. Shishido Joe, only 17. That's a bit surprising. Franco Nero, 16. Jean-Louis Trintignant, only 16. Again, I'm not going to go all the way down to ones. Lance Henriksen, only 16, considering Lance Henriksen has probably made about 400 films or something. Only 16 Lance Henriksens. Only 16 Isabelle Huppers. This is outrageous. Only 16 Bela Lugosi. But apart from actors, you can go to directors as well. Bergman, 43. Alan Clark, 34. Takashi Miike, I've only got 32 out of Takashi Miike's 4,000 films that he's made. Powell, 29. Only 27 Herzogs. This is ridiculous. Davy Boy Cronenberg, obviously. Only 21 Saijit Ray. Can we get more Saijit Ray? Yes, I have 19 Russ Meyer. It's fantastic that Severin are releasing 4Ks of the Vixen trilogy. Kitano's 19 Shizlovsky. There should have been more. 18 Bavas. 16 Schraders. 16 John Sayles. Yeah, so it gives you, it's Lester and Lynch together. Tsukamoto, of course, with 14. So it gives you all these stats, and again, you can go click on the director. Obviously, I haven't included his shorts because I don't have David Lynch shorts. I've only got David Lynch trousers. So this was fascinating. You even get crew and studios, which is kind of bizarre. So producers, because of Hammer, it's Anthony Nelson Keys with 25. It's kind of bizarre. But if you look at original writers, Shimazawa Kan is in the lead with 25. I suppose he did write quite a lot of Zatoichi films, so that might explain it. But Billy Shakespeare is number 2. So we've got casting, story editors, cinematography, Sven Nykvist and Arthur Grant with 28, which I've watched all of them. This is quite incredible. Well, it is to me anyway. It goes down to obviously composers. There's a bit of a discrepancy, isn't there? I've got 72 Morricone films. Frank Skinner. Who on earth is Frank Skinner? I've got 41 Frank Skinners. Bloody hell, didn't even know who Frank Skinner was. There you go, I've got 41 of his films that he composed the music for. Yeah, but that's a bit of a discrepancy, 72 to 41. It's even got songs, choreography. I mean, obviously Edith Head, 51 Edith Head films. And then we've got Studios, Columbia and Paramount are in a 206 tie. The drama and Universal at 205. That could change at any point. We've got highs and lows. So we've got highest average, lowest average, not surprisingly it's a Hellraiser sequel. Most popular, most obscure is my Hallison Bachelor short film collection. The newest is Kinds of Kindness. The oldest is Phantomas from 1913. The longest is Twin Peaks The Return. And the shortest is Don't Fool Around with Fireworks, which is a whopping minute long. But you also got a world map. So as you can see, I mean, Greenland, I'm so blind in Greenland films, as well as Africa. Africa is a big... yeah, I've got 6 films from South Africa, 1 from Namibia, 1 from Ethiopia, 2 from Ghana, 1 from Egypt, 2 from Algeria, 3 from Morocco, 3 from Tunisia. But Africa is a big blind spot. There's a little bit of South America, Central America missing. I don't have anything from Papua New Guinea, which is obviously a disgrace. I don't know anything from Madagascar or Myanmar. Got 12 Thai films. I don't have anything from the Lao People's Democratic Republic, or Mongolia, or Kakistan. I don't have too many from the stands. I don't have any Pakistan films. I've only got one from Afghanistan, 25 from India. I've got no Pakistani films. That seems... Or Nepal. I've only got 46 from China. Belarus, Lithuania, North Macedonia, Slovenia, Republic of Moldova, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Svalbard and Jan Mayen. So I've got work to do to cover the entire globe, but I think it's fairly common for lots of people to have a hole in Africa, basically. And again, my South America is not too strong either. But I just thought, I'm zooming in the world, I just thought that was actually quite fascinating. Again, probably nobody else will, but as you can see, my tastes are a little bit Japanese heavy and perhaps male dominated a little bit. Apart from Cynthia Rothrock holding her own between these legends. Don't know how that happened. Yeah, pretty interesting. Well, I thought so anyway. So please let me know if that made any sense to you, and how many countries and languages your film collection comprises of. This is Solitary Ronin from Solitary Ronin Films saying thank goodness I didn't have to come on camera, saying farewell.